This is, ow! No.
This is Dino. He's a little biter, but he's going on his first holiday.
And we are going to Pembrokeshire and Wales. It's Dino's first holiday. We haven't been away for since last October.
Like everybody else.
Like everyone else. So this is a recording of our trip.
And we've got a little cage in the back because he is a chewer and I don't really want my car to be chewed to bits.
On my hair, on my trousers, on my pants,
yes,
on my socks.
So he's got a lovely new cage back there with his own bed in.
Yep.
And he's going back there. And we're off, and we'll see you in Pembrokeshire.
So in Pembrokeshire, we're going to be staying in Milford Sound, and we're going to be staying in a floatel cabin, which is like a studio apartment floating in the quay on the water in the sea, which is going to be very interesting. So we're looking forward to that. We've got a 4.5 hour journey. Doggy is in the back, just there, just zoned out already, which is excellent. And we'll see you when we get there. So this is where we're staying for the next couple of nights, which is a floatel in Milford Haven. This one is called Sidmouth, named after one of the first ships to come into Milford Haven. This is Dino, the doggy. Hello. And this is where we will be staying. 2 twin beds. It's not a problem for us. Beautiful view out on Milford Haven on the marina. It's very nice and quiet, so I won't talk too loud. This is Doggy's luxury bed, made for one. And now I'm going to show you the bathroom, which is really lovely and spacious, as you can see. Nice big shower, just had a shower in it. Nice powerful shower actually, it was really nice.
Go out for the morning walk and have a breakfast.
Yeah, I have a present for you.
No, I don't want that.
This morning we're going to Stumble Rock Lighthouse.
Okay.
Where we're going to wear the doggy out hopefully, and we're expecting to see some lovely views.
Of course we're going to see lovely views.
And I just want to say how nice it is to get away after being restricted
locked up at home
for so long.
We have not been locked up.
Not locked up, but it just feels so nice to be able to sort of leave our home and actually visit somewhere after such a long time.
Yes.
We've got our coffees and we are now on our way to Stumble Head Lighthouse. Whoop whoop! You can just see the flashing in the background there. I'm not sure if it comes through on the GoPro, but we're at Stumble Head. And this is where we're going to go for a lighthouse. So this lighthouse is in Pembrokeshire. It was built in 1908. That lens up there, it's not the original. The original one used to weigh 4.5 tons and used to float on a bed of mercury. In 1980 they updated it obviously, so it didn't have to be manned. And we're going to take our dog for a nice walk around this area and enjoy the views. Somebody switch the power off because he has just literally zonked, completely dead to the world. But I think he enjoyed it, which is the main thing. So we've stopped in Solva to have a bite to eat, and we've stopped in the cafe by the quay, which just looks over the estuary here.
Lovely view.
Lovely view. And once we've had something to eat, we're going to pop into the local village and check out the antique shops and maybe get an ice cream. I am going to enjoy this. managed to get some ham for the dog for £1 because he was absolutely starving as well, which he is thoroughly enjoying. I bought him some dry dog food to eat because I thought it'd be less smelly, but he doesn't really like it. So I think he was really grateful for his ham. You enjoy that, Dino? Is that good? It's all gone. Having fun in the quay. Just walking along and we found some crab pots. And there's some cool, and there's a fish in there as well, can you see?
Yeah.
Down in that bit, there's a fish, some seaweed. It kind of looks like one of those things that are put on display in a fish restaurant when you walk in, doesn't it? Watch that crab, Dino. Watch that crab, might have you. Dino is only just coming up for 4.5 months. So this is probably the longest day he's ever had so far without much sleep. Usually I'm sort of going to work and my husband is, and he's asleep for about 3 to 4 hours, a couple of times a day plus night time. So I think tonight Dino is probably going to be absolutely exhausted, which is going to be quite nice. It'll be a nice relaxing evening for us as well, won't it, honey? Yeah, maybe. If we're lucky, he usually gets up at about 6. We might get a lay-in. So we just came across this art gallery, Paul Speaks Art Gallery, and we can't go inside because dogs aren't allowed and you're not allowed to take any pictures, which is fair enough. But there's some interesting pieces of art outside. It looks like it's in an old church here. But take a look at this, look, very interesting. Firstly, we've got an angel there outside the church, and I love these spaces. It's really, really clever. And you can see the church building there. You can also pop in, have a cup of coffee. Very, very colourful. But yeah, I reckon if you are an art lover, I think this would be an interesting place for you to visit. You should definitely check it out. So we just spent the afternoon in Solva, which is a nice little village on an estuary that comes in from the ocean. It's really good to bring the family because when the tide goes out, there's a lovely sand beach,
Caves,
little rock pools, yeah, for the kids to play in. Let your dogs run around, and there's lots of footpaths as well. We really enjoyed ourselves here. Now Solva, a little bit of history. Solva, you used to be able to buy a sailing ticket to America from here. In the 1800s for the price of £4. No, I have no idea what that boat would have looked like or what the journey would have been. Yeah, £4, I know. And it's basically been a fishing village for about 100 years. Not so much now, but it's a lovely place to visit. And there's a couple of nice antique shops and some good pubs as well. So we had a nice time, didn't we?
A lovely time. I think we have worn out the dog even
again.
more.
He's crashed again.
He's just like
after running around on the beach. So we've decided to stop in Milford Haven. We're going to go for a bit of a walk and have some breakfast because we're very hungry. And we've decided that we're going to have our breakfast over there in the castle overlooking the coast here. And it's already very busy today. It's a lovely sunny day. It's probably about 10:30 in the morning. But because we're in the UK and it's been a long time since we've had some sunshine, everybody's coming out to enjoy it. And it's a bank holiday weekend this weekend. We've gone for a big breakfast this morning. We don't need to because I'm not going to do much.
I do.
The dog is entertaining himself with a couple of other dogs there. Lovely. Great view just a little way up the hill down at Milford Haven there. So we're sitting here at this lovely viewpoint here, and down in front of us there you've got some plaques in loving memory of people's dogs and a few people that have passed away, but there's one here that we really liked, and I'll show it to you. It says, "In loving memory of our Labrador George Creamy von Bush, mostly harmless. Bless him. I'm sure he was lovely. So the walk that we just did, we went up to Strawberry Hill. You can just see on this map here. So we are here and we walked up to there, or just around here actually. It's really beautiful, definitely worth doing. This is the Blue Lagoon. It was a quarry that they used to use for slate, and it actually turned into a bit of a lagoon when they just broke away a bit between the mainland and the ocean, and basically it let all the water in. And it looks like a great place for doing some cliff jumping on the other side there. You can also kayak into it from the ocean. I'm just going to have a look at that now. Walked all the way from down there up here. It actually didn't take that long. It looks quite steep, but it's actually not that bad, to be honest. But it is worth it. And I think on a really hot day, if you bring your swimwear, paddle boards, wetsuits maybe because the water's a bit cold, it's a nice little place to go and have some fun. We're now sitting at the top of the Blue Lagoon. It's quite a way down. I don't think I'll be jumping from here. It looks pretty good. So this morning we are going to go to Pembrokeshire Castle, where we're going to take a little road trip around the castle with the dog. So our last morning here today, or our last day today, here's a little pup, and there's Dina as well. Oh. So we're going to say goodbye to this lovely marina and head out. See you soon. We've just arrived, and here you will see Pembrokeshire Castle. And we're going to take a look inside now.
And then that means obviously we can just go in now, does it?
You can just go in.
Lovely.
Go to the girl in the kiosk.
Right, okay.
Cool.
You'll be fine.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. So we just got here and it's telling us that we have to pre-book. But there's also, it says, which is really handy, there's free Wi-Fi, so we're just going to log on and see if we can book a slot to walk around the castle. Just walking into the castle now. They've got a one-way system going on here, obviously because of COVID restrictions. And there's a couple of areas that we can't go into yet, I guess because it's not easy to separate people. Got a barky dog, very excited. So originally this castle was built in 1093, and then it was rebuilt again in the 12th century. And it was... So here, in our shadow, is an old map of Wales and all the castles are on it, and then they've replicated it on the floor here. And the kids can go and find all the castles, or you can as well if you want to. The prison, this is where you're going to stay for 4 years for stealing those apples. How do you plead?
Guilty. I wanted to crumble.
Something that's quite handy actually is that if you want to listen to the audio, you can just scan some the barcodes and it would download the audio for you onto your phone. There's Wi-Fi here as well, and then you just press play, and there you go.
Is the Red Rose of Lancaster. And my years as Earl were dominated by a fight between the houses of Lancaster and York for the throne. I lost my home, my wealth, and my brother to that fight.
Not a good story, but true nonetheless. Nigel, do you want to hear a couple of interesting facts?
I do, matter of fact.
There were a number of movies that were made here.
Yes.
One of them being Jabberwocky with Michael Palin.
Yes, I think mainly, yeah.
And the other one being Bad Education with Jack Whitehall.
Oh,
A
fantastic.
classic movie. And what a location. Castle done, and now we're heading to Penarth Pier in Cardiff. Maybe get some fish and chips or something, not sure yet. But that's our next stop, and then after that we're going to head home. So in total driving time is going to be about 6 hours.
Yeah, 6,
but we're
5 maybe.
But we're going to break it up a bit with a few stops.
Yeah.
Stroll across the pier up here. Yay! Looks like a lovely place actually. It's a beautiful day, sun is shining, lots of people out taking a walk.
Dino's only just woken up.
Dino's a bit sleepy yet, was just waking up, haven't you, darling? There she is in her full beauty, Penarth Pier.